Hello everyone, welcome back to the lab. We haven't actually been here in quite a while. Today we're going to be using acetylsalicylic acid. I'm sorry for my pronunciation, these are going to be awful. And we're going to be combining it with lye or sodium hydroxide to produce sodium acetylsalicylate. Or it's also known sometimes as aspirin sodium, but generally that's the very easy reaction. It's very simple to balance. We'll be using 5 grams of salicylic acid at the start. That means we'll get just over 5 grams of our product. Now it's pretty simple to look at a chemical formula like that. It's very easy. But you don't really get a good idea or understanding of what the model actually looks like. So I created this really terrible model that's out of focus. Now, you might be like, hey Liam, where's the sodium? You kind of forgot that bit. It's here, but it's because it's not directly bonded. So, you got a nice ring. Anyway, let's skip that part because I've probably already lost 50% of you from that. Let's go to the actual reaction now. Alright, so like I said, I want to use 5 grams of acetylsalicylic acid. We're going to use aspirin. Same thing, just in a pill form, as everyone knows it. And again, it's going to be out of focus. I'm too incompetent to know how to use cameras 50% of the time, so I'm just going to pretend that I know what I'm doing. So we're just going to use... Wow, I am forgetting all the words today. And I'm very sorry that you cannot really see this. I mean, I'll move it. Yeah, there we go. We're just going to tear that. And we want about 5 grams. I'm going to handle this with my hands because, well, it's aspirin. We don't need anything too precise here. Okay, these are lighter than I expected. I haven't actually been in a real lab for months now. I have online chem labs. Yeah, they're not great. Okay. And that is 5.1 grams, which is close enough to what I want. As you can see here, we've got quite a few capsules or pills. And of course we need to crush them. Now you might be like, hey Liam, use your mortar and pestle that you have. I cannot be bothered to clean it thoroughly enough, so I'm literally just going to use this evaporating dish and the end of a screwdriver. That's how lazy I am. And I'm going to skip this part for you guys because it doesn't really matter. Alright, we're done mixing that into a rather granular mixture. I'm not going to say that was perfect, and sorry for knocking the camera there. So we now need a little bit of sodium hydroxide, so let's get the scale out again. And this time we're just going to use paper because we really don't need that much. We need, I believe, about 1.11 grams, so not that much. So we get our definitely proper sodium hydroxide in our glorious chemistry spoon. Remember kids, don't mix them up. And so we really don't need all that much of that. And there we go. We have way too much. I can pretend that that was exactly how much I want, but because it doesn't really matter, we'll be dissolving this all into water anyway, because it'll be aqueous. It will be fine being at 2.7 grams. Don't mind the noise in the background. Alright, I'll mix this. Actually, you'll just see. Alright, so we've got about 57 milliliters of water. Yes, I know I shouldn't use a beaker. I don't care. Okay, we'll get our paper with our sodium hydroxide. And I will stir that up. Okay, so you might be like, that's clearly not enough water. And again, we're going to use our chemistry spoon. But it should be fine because the reaction actually produces water molecules as well. So Yeah, and it looks like it's all dissolving. Anyway, so we get the salicylic acid and use our screwdriver that was cleaned. So yeah, we're using all household materials today. Again, it's mostly just because I can't be bothered to clean stuff. And now we mix for a long time. I will be back. Oh, how much I would like to have a magnetic stirrer. Okay, it's later on. I don't see anything that hasn't been dissolved yet, which is pretty sweet. So that's a good sign. And now we're going to put it in the evaporating dish. And it's too small. I should have thought this beforehand. Obviously, I did not. I will be back. Okay, got a much bigger evaporating dish. Well, not that much, but larger. And now we wait. Yeah, so that's pretty much the entire reaction for aspirin sodium. Yeah, it was pretty interesting, and we'll see what our yield looks like at the end. But obviously, I can only wait, so I'll see you then. If I can end this. Yeah, I didn't definitely just get lazy. It's definitely naturally evaporating. Also, don't mind how dirty this hot plate is. Don't worry about it. Alright, the burner is off. And as we see, we have a nice cloud, so we're going to just let it boil away completely, and then we're going to just let it cool down, and then we'll use the chemistry spoon. Alright, the scale just happened to turn off just now, but the total product weighs 5.4 grams, which is surprisingly close to the expected 5.61 grams. So that's really good. Let's go put it in a bottle now, and we'll say goodbye. Alright, we got a bottle. Now we just need to make sure we don't immediately spill anything. There you go. Yes, I did just use the back side of my note paper for this chemistry. And there we go. Okay, that's pretty good. I will take that. Well, that's out of focus, but oh well. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day. That was the terrible procurement of sodium acetylsalicylate, also commonly known as aspirin sodium. Alright, thank you. Bye-bye.